The bell was rung, and it was time for me to heal. I knew I had to wait for the test and scan results to be delivered in clinic a month later, but I felt hopeful. Over the past year in treatment for stage 4 ovarian cancer, I had to confront mortality in ways that I had never imagined. It was more than wondering, do I have a soul? It got very real. What if my last birthday was my last birthday? What if there are no more Christmases? I stopped buying the big bottles of vitamins and the 4-liter jug of milk. Everything felt so temporary, and it was constantly on my mind. Now I just had to wait. My 18-year-old daughter was my rock. She asked the hard questions and took the best notes, so I was glad she was with me as we sat in the waiting room a month later. Waiting in the exam room was always worse. I had never had good news in that room. All of a sudden, a resident that I had never seen before burst into the room and sat down in front of us. He started reading the scan results to us, and as soon as the words, "No active cancer," were out of his mouth, my daughter and I jumped to our feet. We hugged, we cried. I thanked him profusely through happy tears. But as I thanked him, I started to recognize something in his face. It didn't look like a face that had just given me the best news of my life. Abruptly, he blurted out, "You do know that you are stage 4 with an incurable cancer. This is a clinical remission. You need to know recurrence is in terms not of if, but when." 20 seconds. The celebration of our enormous victory that we had hoped and waited for over the past year was about 20 seconds long. 3 weeks later, my daughter and I were finally recovered enough to go out for dinner and celebrate that I had no active cancer. 3 years later, I am finally able to tell this story. Hope intact.